So I just got done feeding Klaire, and I wanted to show you guys her before I laid her down, since I'm going to be doing her 1 week update. There she is. See me, baby. Oh, her hair's so dark. Oh. Do you guys think she looks like Kinsley? Her mommy? Her daddy? All three of us? I think her nose looks different than Kinsley's, and her forehead. She's got chunky cheeks like Kinsley. I'm gonna try to lay her down now. Hey guys, Hairstylist Heather, and I'm back for one more video, guys, for you today. I wanted to get to Klaire's baby update, her 1 week baby, just what's been going on the first week of baby Klaire. She's here in the world finally, so I can't believe we're here and that she's 1 week old already. It's insane. It's crazy to think that this time last week I was at the hospital and everybody was visiting, wanting to see Klaire, and we were just admiring her and how much she looked like Joel or Kinsley or me, and just all the different little things. Just so excited to finally meet her and that she's here and healthy and all that kind of stuff. So from where I left off on my labor and delivery video, where Klaire, she had weight, we'd got her height and weight, so she was 8 pounds 1 ounce. So really not much different than Kinsley. After all this time, we kept thinking that she was going to be smaller or littler. If I had had her at 36 weeks like Kinsley, she would have probably been, 7 pounds or whatever. So it's crazy to think that they ended up being about the same, and that they're both 20 inches long. I ended up having her on October 2nd at 10:35 p.m. So yeah, if you want to go see that labor and delivery video, you can go check it out. But yeah, as far as at the hospital was really good. I breastfed right away, so that was awesome. She fed a lot. She ate a lot at the hospital. More during the night. It was like every couple hours during the night, and a lot of times I would just kind of try to hold her for a little bit. But at the hospital, they don't really like you to hold them to sleep or anything. But like every time I would try to lay her down, she'd just wake back up, and I'd just be trying to get her to go back to sleep. And then after about an hour or so, I'd just end up feeding her again, and she'd go to sleep, and maybe every once in a while she would lay down. And she mostly slept more during the day. Like that day that everybody was visiting, she slept a lot, and I think a lot of it was when people were holding her. I think she really liked being held and comforted and all that kind of stuff. And it was just because I think, her belly wasn't getting full because my milk hadn't come in, and my milk didn't come in until the 5th day. Come in late. With Kinsley, I felt like coming a little bit at a time, but this time it just came in all at once on the 5th day, and finally she started to eat and sleep. Now that's all she does, just eat and sleep. Sometimes she'll eat and then stay up for maybe 30 minutes or something, because when I burp her, sometimes it kind of wakes her up. She's spitting up some, which Kinsley, I don't remember Kinsley spitting up at all when I was breastfeeding her. And sometimes it can be a lot, sometimes it can be just a little. But when I talked to the lactation consultant, she really wanted me to try to make sure I burped her, make sure when I fed her that I kind of leaned back, that helped. And so yeah, when I try to burp her, sometimes she's so out of it, she stays asleep, and I lay her down and she'll sleep until the next time to feed her. Sometimes she wakes up and stays up for 30 minutes to an hour and then goes to sleep for a little bit, and then I'll feed her. Yeah, so that's just kind of like her schedule right now. And at night, a lot of times I do usually just get her and feed her while I'm laying down, and I'll kind of go to sleep. And then whenever I do kind of wake up and I notice that she's done eating, then I move her back to the crib. Randomly, I think just 1 or 2 times I've ended up not waking up until she started crying, because I was just so exhausted, I guess. But I really usually don't sleep good if she stays in the bed with me. Normally I wake up as soon as she's done, and then I'll go lay her down, and then I can sleep better knowing that I can move around and not worried about, if I was to roll over on her or something. But I'm a little bit more cautious about that if she is in the bed with us. But Most of the time she's not. But at first, like the first few nights, it was more of me holding her finger, and I just kind of would like sleep sitting up a lot the first few days because I was like scared to move her. But like now, I can just tell she gets her belly full, and like whatever you do, move her, she's not going to wake up. So much easier after her milk comes in for sure. Alright, so when we left the hospital though, she was 7 pounds 12 ounces, and then it was only, let's see, we got home on Saturday, Sunday. 2 days later, that Monday, is when we went to the doctor's appointment, and she was 7 pounds 11 ounces. I wanted to check on her jaundice again, and that's when the whole thing started. When, like that next morning is when she wanted me to go to the hospital and get the levels checked again. That's when it had went way up. It was at 9 at the hospital, and then when we went back to check, it was 23. Anything over 20 they get really worried about. So that's when they wanted us to come to the hospital and get it all checked out again and her stay under the light. And that was the longest night ever. I could not express how hard that was because she couldn't have any clothes on, and she had to just lay under the light without any clothes on or anything but a diaper, and it was so hard. She did not want to lay there. When we first got there, she did lay there for a couple hours, but after that, but they do let you hold them, and you wear these glasses, and that kind of helped. So I would advise if anybody has to go to the hospital for the jaundice to hold them majority of the time, and you just hold them. That way they can get some sleep. I would feed her and try to lay her down, and we'd keep trying to give her passy and stuff, and I don't think she hardly slept. We just kept going back and forth with that for a while. But after that, they wanted to wait 8 hours and have her without the light. And I'm telling you, like the second I put her clothes on and wrapped her up, she was like ate and slept for a long time after that. But also they keep having to come in and out checking on her too, so it would feel like I would just get her to sleep and they'd come in and be like, oh no, don't mess with her, he's gonna wake her up. And so it was really tough at the hospital. But then so it had went down to 15, and then the next day I went back and it was still at 15, so I was good. It hadn't went back up, and hopefully it's still going down, down, down as far as we know, getting better, and we just keep having to keep her in the sunlight. The other thing was her eye. I don't know if other people out there have experienced this. It was like goopy stuff, watery stuff, crusty stuff. All the stuff like kept coming out of her eye. It's the right one that keeps doing it. So I keep having to wipe her eye. And they want to give her antibiotic for it because they didn't know exactly what it was. They sent in a lab that we still have not heard back from. That Joel's like, he knows that they could have the results already, but they're not like rushing it, you know. So we were not very happy about giving her the antibiotic at all, especially as little as she is, and just didn't want to have to do that. And we don't really like having to give antibiotics even to Kinsley, so it's just like that was really, really, really tough on us to have to do. Then at the hospital, while I was there, they wanted to check and see how much she was getting, so they weighed her before I fed her, and she was 7 pounds 9 ounces. After I fed her, she was 7 pounds 12 ounces. So that means she ate 3 ounces. So isn't that crazy how they can do that? I think that's so cool. So she's getting about probably 2 to 3 ounces each time that I feed her, I would say. So that's really good. I mean, and breastfeeding is going good, besides my boobs are getting sore and stuff like that I talked about in my video. But as far as Klaire goes, she's pretty much just eating really good and eating and sleeping, and it's going great. And as far as Kinsley goes, she has been a great big sister. She helps me get diapers or blanket or just anything like that. She's just been very helpful. She loves her sister and all that. She's always so excited to see her. That's it on Klaire for her first week of life here. I can't believe that she's here, and this is it. It was like just a few weeks ago that I was trying to like walk around a lot and try to get her to come on out to meet us, and just imagining what she's going to look like and what Kinsley was going to be like. And that is like one of my all-time favorite videos of Kinsley and Klaire meeting for the first time. Kinsley's face was just priceless. It was like the best moment ever. Like, I just loved it so much. It was so awesome. So I'll always have that to look back at, and that's going to be amazing. I can't wait to show them when they both get older. It'll be so sweet. It'll be awesome, and yeah, it's just crazy to think she's here, and we're a family of 4, or 5 if you count Mollie. But and Mollie's been really good with her. sometimes I have to keep telling her to move or go, she's in the way, but a lot of times she just does really good with her and doesn't really pay her a whole lot of attention. It is funny when she comes in from outside, she goes usually straight to her bassinet to look like she's looking for her. And a lot of times either I'm just holding her or she might be in the bouncy seat or something. She loves the bouncy seat. She hasn't really liked the swing as much yet as Kinsley did. I bet she will though. Kinsley, I remember, she loved the swing. If I couldn't like get her to sleep or something, she would just sit in the swing. It was mainly what she did at the salon when we were there. She sat in the swing a lot, and yeah, and I'm going to be taking a swing to the salon and all that. I'm going to be taking Klaire with me to the salon with me like I did with Kinsley. Maybe not as much, like when I do have a really super busy day, my grandma will have her, at the beginning of what I was thinking was my grandma was going to keep her for the most part, but now I'm thinking I'm going to keep her for the most part to breastfeed her, to still try to breastfeed in between clients. So, I don't know, we're going to see how it works out. I mean, I've got my mom at the salon, I have my grandma on this side, you know, that she can keep her. I have different family members that have offered to help in any way that they can, so I think it's just going to be a learning time and just getting used to everything, so yep, so we'll see how it goes, and I'll be letting you know in our daily vlogs, of course, how everything's going. But right now I have 2 more weeks until I have to get back to work, so that's good just to still get everything settled and going really good. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe, comment, and like. Check out stylistheather.com and our daily vlogs, and we'll see you guys soon. Bye!